Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions here with a super late but quick market update. I wanted to make sure that we talk about what's going on tomorrow. And before we get into the overall breakdown, I want to make sure that you guys are aware again, Wednesday, tomorrow, September 7th at 12:35 p.m., we're going to have our first speech. And this is going to be about 3 hours and 5 minutes after the market opens. We're all in different time zones, so I understand why we might not understand Eastern time. But again, at 12:35 p.m., we have our first speech, and this is by the Vice Chair of the Federal Reserve. So please make sure, especially with right now and how the market is reacting, we're really just waiting for this up-and-coming CPI data report and then this up-and-coming FOMC meeting because we're expecting a higher than expected interest rate hike. So I just want to make sure that you are aware of that. And then we have another meeting that's going to be happening at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and that's going to be a speech by Vice Chair as well. One of the things that I quickly wanted to talk about is how important it is to understand what days are not worth trading. I don't know if you guys felt like this today. I mean, we talked about it in my earlier video today. So I upload 2 videos every single day, one in the morning, one a little bit later. And we talked about that, hey, the market aggressively sold off. It was all caught in today's live trading session with my Learn Plan Profit group. We waited for indication of a support. We were waiting for it to approach the moving average, and then we locked in profits. But although we made money, direction was not in our favor. It wasn't a crazy trade. If you look at this is a 1% spread, which means on TQQQ, it's a 3% spread, which is great. But, when actually thinking about it, I always like to look back and compare not just if the day was worth trading, but if it was, conditions that were favorable for me. And it's very easy to see, as the day played out, that conditions were not favorable for me or the overall market. Right now, we're making lower highs, not necessarily lower lows. If you look at QQQ, which is the NASDAQ ETF, I'm sure a lot of your tech stocks traded very similarly. And what I mean by that is they sold off during that pre-market session, and right when the market opened, it tanked. It established its support for the day. It tried to recover, it got rejected. It tried to recover, couldn't go as high as it did before, and then got rejected. If we look at this on the 5-minute time frame, we were trading below the moving average the entire day. And one of the things that I always try to remind our traders is that, especially if you're under the PDT rule or if you're someone that's just getting started, you want to be very, very selective on when you choose to utilize those day trades. A good example that I can give you is, as of right now, today was very challenging because first off, it was choppy, and on top of that, margin was really not there. But, you might be asking the question, well, Ricky, what days are worth trading? When direction is in your favor, right? When the overall market is making higher highs and higher lows. And it's not that it always has to be perfect. Obviously, that's ideal. But it's when direction is in your favor and the market almost struggles to pull on back. And you can see that it was quite the opposite today, where the market was pretty much struggling to even just hold its ground, right? We didn't make new lows, but we definitely were not making new highs. And I want to make sure that for the up and coming days, especially with these speeches that are going to be announced, that you are aware of this, right? That you're not afraid to look at the larger time frames, such as the 5-minute or the 15-minute, and quickly understand, hey, is the market based off of recent patterns bullish or bearish, right? And we can easily see that we're trading below the moving average, we're making lower highs, lower lows, and we're showing signs of a potential support, but we're definitely not indicating signs of an uptrend. So if your goal is to be the most selective, and if your goal is to trade when the action is happening, days like today are days worth staying cash. And although you might have had 1 or 2 successful trades, you need to remind yourself that anytime that you choose to take a trade, you are opening yourself to risk, right? And when opening yourself to risk, you want to make sure that the reward is worth it. And I just don't think that it necessarily was worth it today, with overall conditions being a little bit more on the bearish side, very choppy, and struggling to actually ever indicate signs of an uptrend. So you guys can let me know in the comment section what you think. I love always looking back, even if the day ends up being green, and reminding myself, was today successful and were conditions in my favor? So the next time that I'm put up at bat and I'm presented a very similar challenge, that I'm not afraid to either say no or stay cash. And I think that's a great thing about trading, is that you are the final decision maker on when you choose to trade or when you don't. So I'm excited for our live trading session tomorrow. Friendly reminder, I do trade live exclusively with our Learn Plan Profit group, and that is going to be that second link down below. They get to watch me trade live every single morning right at market open. And if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, click the second link down below, learn a little bit more about our Learn Plan Profit group, what's included, and see if we're a good fit for you. On top of that, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, just feel free to send me a direct message via Discord, and that's that first link down below. I really do appreciate you guys' time. I do apologize for this late upload, but I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of this up and coming speech by Vice Chair of the Federal Reserve tomorrow at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That's that third link down below. And friendly reminder, our iMac giveaway ends in just 4 days. If you guys want to enter, that's going to be that fourth link down below. And right now we have double the points. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.